चलो लेट अस स्टार्ट। ठीक है, सो लेट अस स्टार्ट विद अभिषेक। सबसे पहले समझो, व्हेन आई टॉक अबाउट टीडीएस, टीडीएस में हमने क्या पढ़ा था? प्लेस ऑफ सप्लाई अगर अलग होगी एंड रिसिपिएंट की प्लेस अलग होगी और लोकेशन ऑफ रिसिपिएंट अलग होगा। सपोज हम गए कहाँ पे, एक होटल में गए। मैं क्या हूँ? मैं एक एम्प्लॉयर हूँ। ठीक है, एम्प्लॉयर कहाँ जाता है? एम्प्लॉयर अपने एम्प्लॉय के लिए कोई सर्विसेज बुक कर रहा है। एम्प्लॉयर क्या कर रहा है? एम्प्लॉयर अपने एम्प्लॉय के लिए कोई सर्विस बुक कर रहा है होटल के लिए। अब सपोज करो होटल है गोवा में। अब लोकेशन ऑफ रिसिपिएंट का है अभिषेक, गोवा जाएगा वो। लोकेशन ऑफ रेसिपिएंट क्या होगी? तुम्हें ही समझा रही हूँ, कहाँ जाएगा?
आवाज क्लियर नहीं आ रही है।
तुमने हेडफोन अभी लगाए हैं, मैंने अभी देखा।
नहीं, एक कान में और लगा हुआ था।
चलो, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, location of recipient and place of supply if at one place, however that the person who is taking the service that is at other place. अब हो क्या रहा है? प्लेस ऑफ सप्लाई एक जगह है, रिसिपिएंट एक जगह है, और जिसको तुम सप्लाई कर रहे हो सर्विस वो दूसरी जगह जाके बैठा है। अभिषेक ऐसा कब होगा? सपोज मैं तुम्हारी कौन एम्प्लॉयर, मैंने तुमको भेजा कि बाबा तुमने बहुत अच्छे से पढ़ाई की, जाओ जाके गोवा में एंजॉय करो। नहीं, गोवा नहीं भेजूंगी, कहीं और जाके केदारकंठा जाके एंजॉय करो। ठीक है, तो वहां जाके एंजॉय करने के लिए मैंने सबसे पहले क्या दिया? होटल। जाओ वहां पे होटल में रुकना। अब एक्चुअल सर्विस तो मुझे मिलेगी, एक्चुअल सर्विस किसको मिल रही है? मुझे मिल रही है। अब तुम होटल जाओगे, होटल क्या है? इमूवेबल प्रॉपर्टी। और प्लेस ऑफ सप्लाई इमूवेबल प्रॉपर्टी का क्या होता है? बोलो अभिषेक।
यस मैम।
प्लेस ऑफ सप्लाई क्या होता है इमूवेबल प्रॉपर्टी का?
इमूवेबल प्रॉपर्टी का जहाँ पे मतलब इमूवेबल प्रॉपर्टी सिचुएटेड होता है वहाँ पे सर्विस होता है।
प्लेस ऑफ सप्लाई हो, रिसिपिएंट भी वहीं चला जाएगा, तुम वहां पे जाके सर्विस लोगे, लेकिन एक्चुअल में तो बिलिंग मेरे नाम पे, सर्विस तो मुझे मिल रही है। तो यहाँ पे क्या हो गया? रिसिपिएंट वहां, प्लेस ऑफ सप्लाई वहां, बट एक्चुअल में जहाँ पे सर्विस जा रही है वो कहीं और है। तो इस केस में टीडीएस डिडक्ट नहीं हो सकता। आया समझ में? वो चीज लिखी हुई है और ये हमने डिस्कस किया था क्लास में, ध्यान क्या था?
मैम टीटीएस का क्लास किया नहीं मैंने।
ओहो, बड़ा दुख हुआ। बताना चाहिए, रिवीजन लेक्चर भी अपलोडेड है यूट्यूब पे इसका सब
हाँ,
कुछ।
मैं उसी से मैंने देखा था।
उसमें भी डिस्कस किया होगा। चलो, so till now we have discussed about registration, right? So in registration, point number 1, section number 22. When I talk about section number 22, section number 22 में मुझे क्या देखने को मिलता है? section number 22 में मुझे section number 22 is all about person who are liable to be taxed. अब liable to tax में क्या आएगा? point number 1, liable to tax मतलब any supplier who is supplying taxable goods or service. Any supplier who is supplying taxable goods or who is supplying taxable service, and the state in which he does the taxable supply of goods, taxable supply of service, in that state he has to get registered if overall aggregate turnover crosses 20 lakh or 10 lakh or 40 lakh as the case may be. क्या यहाँ तक सबको याद आया पहले? Now, when I talk about in the state in which he does the taxable supply, in that state only he has to get registered. उसका मतलब क्या है? The meaning is we will see the overall turnover, we will see the aggregate turnover. If aggregate turnover crosses 10, 20, 40 lakh, in such a case, then we will see कि जिस state में he is doing the taxable supply of goods or the state in which he is doing taxable supply of service, only in that state he is required to get registered. For an example, I am registered in 5 states. मैं कहाँ पे registered हूँ? I am registered in 5 states. Overall aggregate turnover इसका 5 lakh, इसका 5 lakh, इसका 5 lakh, इसका 5 lakh, इसका 5 lakh. That means the aggregate turnover crosses 20 lakh. That is for now it is 25 lakh. अभी aggregate turnover कितना है मेरा? 25 lakh है. That means 20 lakh cross हुआ. But when I find कि ए वाली जो स्टेट है मेरी, ए वाली स्टेट में आई एम डूइंग ओनली एग्जेम्प्ट सप्लाई, दैट इज एग्जेम्प्ट गुड्स आई एम सेलिंग. In B also, I am doing exempt service wala supply. That means even my aggregate turnover crosses 25 lakh, but in state A and in state B, I am not required to get registered because registration usi state mein hoga, registration only in that state in which aggregate turnover the cross हुआ, but you are doing taxable supply of goods or taxable supply of service. Done. Then second point, after this, what is my aggregate turnover? What do you mean by aggregate turnover? So aggregate turnover, point number one, aggregate means overall PAN based. India में same PAN के ऊपर अगर आप registered हो, if you are registered using the same PAN all over India, in how many state you are registered? 5 state, 10 state. If you are registered in that state, even in 40 states, is it possible? हाँ चलो ये तो पता है, धन्यवाद. How many states we have?
29.
39, ma'am.
How many? 29. But for the GST point of view, 31, right? Union Territory is also counted as जहाँ पे Delhi वगैरह है, that will be state only. So, what I was saying, even you are registered in 5, 10 states, तो यहाँ पे बोलते हैं कि if it is same PAN, तो same PAN का every turnover will be counted. Now, which turnover, whether it is exempt turnover, whether it is export वाला turnover, whether it is taxable turnover, every turnover will be counted, but do not count GST के components like UTI, UTGST, SGST, CGST, your GST compensation says that you don't have to count. The reason was कि this is revenue of government, ये government का revenue है, ये हमारा revenue नहीं है. In that, due to that reason, aggregate turnover का this will not form part. Then इसके बाद क्या था? RCM वाला point एक था. I forgot वो RCM. Yes, outward supply of RCM. If you are doing outward supply, it is taxable under RCM. It will be excluded from your turnover, right?
Oh, ma'am. Inward
No,
supply.
ma'am.
Inward supply.
Inward supply RCM will be excluded from your turnover. What is the reason inward supply will be excluded from the turnover? Because वो आपका inward supply है, that is not your supply, that is a purchase, therefore it would be excluded. But if it is outward supply and taxable under RCM, should I include or exclude?
Include, ma'am.
Include.
Because it is outward supply, even though taxable under RCM, but you have to include it. After that, what we have done, this is all the definition of aggregate turnover. After aggregate turnover, we have done, if you are already registered before GST, if you were registered, you have to again get registered here. Again, they have told that there are special states, 11 category ka special state in which the turnover is actually 10 lakh, but for 10 lakh specifically, they have mentioned M square NT. What is M square NT? 10 lakh.
Mizoram, Manipur, Nagaland, and Tripura.
Nagaland and
Manipur. Tripura. Then वो 20 lakh पे कुछ था ना, PAM anti travel US. What was that?
Puducherry.
Telangana,
Arunachal Pradesh.
Arunachal Pradesh, Meghalaya, और
Sikkim, Mizoram.
सिक्किम में मिजोरम.
PAM, PAM, P से क्या होगा? पौंडीचेरी. एक और ये बहुत लंबा सा, very लंबा सा. अरुणाचल प्रदेश. पुडुचेरी, अरुणाचल प्रदेश,
Meghalaya.
मेघालय और
Meghalaya.
is it Manipur?
No,
No,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Oh, ma'am.
Meghalaya.
Meghalaya.
Manipur already covered in 10 lakh. So Meghalaya, Mizoram. Then PAM travel, T for
Telangana.
U for
Uttarakhand.
S for
Sikkim.
Sikkim.
okay, this is 20 lakh. Then what about वो 40 lakh वाला part?
Himachal Pradesh, Jammu and Kashmir, and Assam.
Jammu and Kashmir,
Jammu
other
Kashmir.
states,
all
Other
other
states.
Himachal
And
Pradesh,
Assam.
A for
Assam.
Assam. छोटा सा है ना ये, छोटा सा है, तो A for is what? Assam. Done? Understood? चलो. So after that we have done कि if it is due to High Court का order, it is due to Supreme Court का order. If you are doing merger or there is demerger, कुछ था ना? What was the date from that you have to get registered?
And the date of
The date of incorporation.
incorporation.
From the date of certificate of incorporation.
From the date of issue of certificate of incorporation. Okay. After that, we have done section number 23, I guess. 24 is what? Not liable to register, right?
Compulsory registration.
Compulsory registration. So what is there in compulsory registration?
Interstate supply,
RCM,
OIDR
State supply done. Second,
RCM,
reverse charge mechanism. Third,
OIDR services, CPT, NTP,
NRTP,
then under e-commerce who had services, ECO,
ECU,
95.
wala, TCS wala ECU, then
TCS, TDS,
TDS, okay, then bolo, tell, OIDR,
बोल दे ना OIDR हो गया.
मैंने काउंट नहीं की फिर
agent principal, agent has to get registered.
So basically interstate supply, whether of goods, whether of service, but if it is service, a exemption limit of how much? 20 lakh is there. So NRTP, CTP, OIDR, ISD, input service distributor, agent वाला, ठीक है, agent वाला part हो गया, then compulsory registration,
OIDR.
okay, OIDR I have also counted, तुम tit for tat मत करो, ठीक है, फिर RCM हो गया, then after RCM what is there? Compulsory registration, कितने total?
10 are there.
Then
So NRTP, CTP, interstate,
state.
then your ISD वाला services, ISD के बाद agent वाला service के बाद when it is compulsory registration, registered job work वाला कुछ है क्या? कुछ तो था ना registered job work, something was it there in compulsory registration? नहीं बता तू याद करा तू ECO, TCS वाला, TDS वाला, so all these are compulsorily registered. What was there? Job work वाला भी तो कुछ है. There was.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Job work.
Prince.
Now it will not be considered as a
included in the turnover of principal.
Direct supply from job worker का place okay, but still it will be considered as a turnover of your principal. It would not be considered as turnover of your job work. But rest of the case, supplying on own account, supplying on the account of some other person, still it will be counted as your turnover. Remember? याद आया?
मैम इसमें था क्या प्रिंसिपल पैलेस पे वो जॉब वर्कर का वो शो करेगा
Additional place of the business.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. ठीक है? Done. चलो. What were the cases when no TDS was there? Not at all. No TDS. क्या cases थे?
exempt supplies where GST is not leviable on goods, Schedule 3.
और टर्नओवर 2.5 लाख से नीचे होना चाहिए कॉन्ट्रैक्ट वैल्यू ऑफ टर्नओवर और एग्जेम्प्टेड और टैक्सेबल सप्लाई का मोर देन 2.5 लाख से ऊपर लेकिन
अरे बाबा रुको तो सही अभिषेक गाड़ी चलती रहती कॉन्ट्रैक्ट वैल्यू फिर से बोलो क्या थी
5 lakh.
नहीं यार
5 lakh.
contract value is more than 250 lakhs then
what was the contract value in case of TDS
2,50,000.
2,50,000.
inclusive of GST
More than.
inclusive of GST
No.
No, ma'am.
No,
No.
ma'am.
Exclusive of GST.
नो को क्या समझूं मैं
Exclusive. Exclusive of GST.
Somewhere I have read this thing inclusive of GST I have to count वो कहाँ पे था where it
eBay
was?
bill
eBay
eBay
bill
bill
amount
eBay bill
50,000.
right eBay bill का limit was
50,000.
50,000
there were two exceptions in 50,000 even if you don't have that
Handicraft and job work.
job handicraft goods then there was again a limit TCS का कुछ limit है क्या there was any limit in TCS
TCS.
No. No limit.
man, no limit
No limit.
no limit but what was the rate of TCS
0.5%.
1%, 0.5. 1%.
Then who is liable to collect TCS?
ECO, ma'am.
E-commerce operator.
ECO.
Every e-commerce operator.
No,
Person.
not
receive payment.
agent and collecting
Collect
payment from
payment.
other suppliers.
Then after this, I forgot वो schedule 3 में क्या था? What was there in schedule 3?
Employer and employee.
Employer-employee relation. Is it every type of employee being covered here?
Who is under the
In the
employee?
course of employment.
Every
Employment.
type of employee?
Rendering service in the course of employment.
So every type na, whether it is wage-based, whether
Yes.
every type of employee was covered.
Like
And after employee, something was related.
Directors,
50,000 का gift, ma'am.
directors and
Something was related to
SC, High Court, Supreme Court, and
To 50,000 is it?
executive, non-executive.
state government, central government, and local.
सबसे पहले schedule 3 covered full-time director or part-time director?
All.
Full-time
Director.
That
full-time director. Executive director.
It is okay, but I'm asking whether schedule 3 cover full-time working director or part-time working director?
Full time.
All time.
Full-time
Full-time.
director. अब the person who is having dilemma था क्या ऐसा कुछ? सबसे पहले हिमाद्री, जैना.
नहीं मैम सारे directors थे.
It is full-time director. It is full-time director. So task for today. Schedule number 3. Do revision again. Write it down. Schedule 3. And this time, you have to send me your audio note. After learning, you have to record an audio note within 3 to 4 minutes. And send me the audio notes. Because now, from now onwards, you will start recording your own audio notes for revision. So schedule 3 you have to do. No tedious wala part you have to do. Schedule 3, no tedious. As well as what was there in section number 15. I completely forgot section number 15. There was something A, B, C, D, E. Remember?
50.
So what was there in section number 15?
Value of supply it is.
Value of supply. So it was bas value of supply. Khatam.
A for
All
ancillary,
taxes.
B for
No. First of all, what is transaction value? Tell me the conditions of transaction value.
Sole consideration.
Buyer and seller should not be related.
Buyer seller should not be related.
And price is the sole consideration.
Next.
an amount paid and payable.
Yeah.
Paid or payable both is included. Okay. Next.
And what should be included in the value of supply? A, B, C, D, E हम लोग ऐसे याद किया था. और
हाँ, वो
इसमें
क्या था?
all taxes.
A for
Ancillary.
Duties, taxes, and cess.
All duties and taxes.
No.
All duties
All
and
taxes.
taxes.
Taxes and
All
cesses.
tax.
15(1)(a) was about all taxes. Yes or no?
Yes.
ma'am.
Vivek,
Except GS.
is it blank or it is something? कुछ तो याद है. माइक नहीं चल रहा. ओहो, कितनी तकलीफ है जिंदगी में. वो भी सुबह सुबह. एक हमको देखो हिमाद्री को. हम कैसे भी बैठ रहे हैं. अभी इवन से what wrong? Nothing. I was praising you for the what I can say. You are doing lot of efforts to wake up early morning. I'm praising for you that.
No.
Then Shivek is already having problem in early morning. His mic is not working. कितनी तकलीफ है जिंदगी में.
To wake up at 6 o'clock, I kept at 3 o'clock alarm.
Very good, very good. This class is very good. मैं मतलब सबको एक टाइटल दे सकती हूँ. इतनी अच्छी क्लास है ये. चलो. So it was 15(1)(a), A for SSC, so we have to remember all the taxes. We have to include or exclude.
Include.
Include.
Should I include GST wale
No,
taxes?
ma'am.
No.
No.
B for
On behalf
Anything
of
incurred by
On
the
behalf of
recipient or
supplier.
behalf of the supplier.
on behalf of supplier. If recipient is paying something,
And
that's
something.
included in your value of supply. C for
See for
incidental
expenses.
incidental or
Other
ancillary?
expense.
Ancillary expenses.
Ancillary expense.
Ancillary All
Okay,
ancillary
yes,
expense up to the point of
Where the good is
Delivery.
delivered to
Yes,
the.
up to
Under
the
for
point
taking the
of
sale.
E for
Delay and
D
payment.
for delayed
Delay
payment,
Payment.
Then
interest
Interest
penalty.
cut
penalty will
calculation.
be added.
so
Interest
what was
penalty
interest
and late fees.
time of supply
When interest
It
received
should be agreed
from
on or
supplier.
before time of supply.
when it is received. Okay.
It is received.
A B C D E for I forgot.
Subsidy.
Subsidy.
Can I call it extra benefit?
Extra benefit.
Extra benefit
Subsidy should be received by recipient and given by
by
Central.
by
Central
government,
government.
by
Central
central
government
or
and
state
state government.
government.
So it should be given by central state
Central.
government and should not be received by recipient. It should be received by supplier. ठीक है. Then tell me one thing. It is about value of supply. What are the rules? 27 rule is about
Value of similar goods.
Price is not a sole
similar goods. Rule number 27 is
Consideration is not sole consideration, like time plus money.
yes. Amit, repeat.
when cost is not a sole consideration.
Can I say when consideration is not wholly in money?
Money.
It's
Yes.
not.
Remember, 27 when consideration is not wholly in
No,
money.
only in money.
Create.
No.
Yes.
What you asked?
Rule number 28.
28. Who?
110%.
Related party.
For distant person,
No, option 90% of value.
90%.
90% of value.
I'm asking about the name, they are telling the detail. Are what is rule number 28? Transaction between related party
Related parties.
other than agent, other than principal, or it is having agent and principal. अब तो नाम बोल दिया, yes or no तो बोल दो कौन सा है? चलो task number 2. Revise rules 27 to 31. 27 to 31 task number 2. And again you will share the audio note. After learning you have to share the audio note. कितना मजा आएगा task मिलते जाते. चलो third. Tell me. चलो इतना ही हो गया तो टाइम ऑफ सप्लाई पे भी जाते हैं है ना तो टेल मी अबाउट द टाइम ऑफ सप्लाई ओह सी हर एंजॉय द क्लासेस
I just reached here, so I sat outside.
okay so time of supply tell me about if there is movement of goods if there is movement of goods what is the invoice ka due date
When the goods are
Invoice for due
before
But
the
not before delivery.
Not before goods are delivered.
Deliver.
if no movement of goods
Make
Goods are
available to the
deliverable.
receipt.
Available.
Order before make available to the receipt.
made available or available.
if no movement what is time of supply repeat again
Making available to the.
Made available.
when delivered or made
Or
available
made.
or delivery, that is the invoice ka date, due date of invoice. What was there on approval basis?
Goods sent for
Within goods sent or within 6 months.
6 months.
Or
Okay.
6
Or when the
Or
goods are
before the-
accepted.
Is it
Accepted.
time of supply or 6 months from the date of removal?
6
Time
months.
of supply
6 months from the date of
6 months
removal.
from the date of
Yes.
removal, whichever is later.
Later. Earlier.
Earlier.
Whichever is early.
Earlier.
Earlier.
चलिए जल्दी होगा ना
Earlier.
लेने की तो जहां हुआ टाइम ऑफ सप्लाई 6 मंथ then what is the place of supply when it relates to general wala place of supply of service section number 11 12 section number 12 general wala
General.
Location of such person.
if it is registered location of
Person or such person.
Such person.
registered,
If address is available, then address, and if address is not available, location of supply.
Location of supplier.
supplier or location of recipient
Supplier.
Location of supplier.
Supplier.
then what about transportation of goods related place of supply
Movement.
मूवमेंट नहीं
The goods
जिससे
are
मैं
handed over.
लोड करते हैं ना उससे मैं
Transportation.
Where the goods are
डिलीवरी मैम
where the goods are handed over to the
First,
For the
when the goods are handed over.
delivery.
When it is unregistered person, goods are handed over, that is. When my goods are going outside India,
Destination.
Destination of
destination of goods. What about registered person?
the recipient's location.
Location of the recipient.
तो एक ही है, location of such person, not recipient.
Person.
What about transportation of passenger?
From where it
place
embarks.
Embarks for continuous journey.
First, if it is a registered person, then
Place of such
Location
person.
of such person.
location of
person.
such person. If unregistered person, then
From where
Where
it
he-
embarks the journey.
Continuous
it
journey.
marks for continuous journey.
Continuous journey.
Then tell me organizing of the events. Organizing the events. If it is organized outside India, then
Location of recipient.
Location. No such person.
लोकेशन ऑफ रिसिपिएंट
location of recipient. If organized outside India, location of recipient. If organized for a registered person,
Place where the event is held.
Location of
location of registered person,
रजिस्टर्ड पर्सन
location of such person. What if it is organized for unregistered person in India?
Event is held.
where the
Place where
location.
Event happened.
Exactly.
Event held.
Now, who is unable to recall place of supply? Honestly, be loyal. So, task for today, place of supply के service वाले part में you have to do the comparative learning again. Task number 3, place of supply, section number 12 and section number 13. Now, who will tell me section number 10, goods related place of supply overall? Raise your hand, anyone. Overall, section number 10, goods से related place of supply in India.
Section number 10.
Hmm.
It should not be a group-wise answer. Individually, all 5. Try tomorrow.
What all five you tell, ma'am? I'll tell the answer.
Ma'am, I can try.
First it was
I say to just give me a hint, and I will be able to clear the CA finals.
Ma'am,
Can you say May, November, November, May, November, November, May.
What hint?
चलो जल्दी.
when goods are in movement, then
When there is movement of goods, yes. So when there is movement of goods, yes, Pallavi.
where the delivery terminates for recipient.
Delivery to recipient, very good. Second,
Second is bill to ship to model.
very good. What is bill to ship to model?
Bill to ship to model में when third person order, then if it is registered, then place of such person. मैम मतलब third person का
You
place
have
of
registered unregistered वाला फंडा. बताओ bill to ship to में I have given you a technique. It is bill where you will go to have the bill.
Here's two supply, ma'am.
principal place of business of such
Yes, principal place of the business of
such recipient.
such person. वही तो बोला third person is such person ना.
third.
नहीं बोलेंगे।
Supply in not in one
When
moment.
not in moment.
No movement.
हाँ, no
Place of no movement.
Where
When
goods
goods
are delivered.
exists मतलब where it is delivered.
Where it is delivered to recipient, right? Then
Then installed and assembled where it is installed and
last.
Taken on board.
taken on board from where it is taken on board.
Done. So this is place of supply. What about that import export? Is that something very difficult? नहीं तो फिर बोलो.
For export, outside India, import location of the importer.
Importer. Now tell me GTA wala services. Who can tell me overall GTA wala service? What is GTA wala service? Forward or reverse?
Reverse charge.
Reverse charge.
Reverse and also
5%,
forward.
12%.
Let me ask now a question. and then you answer, because इसमें तो you will create a mess. If GTA choosing 12%, what is the mechanism? Forward or reverse?
Forward.
Forward.
Forward. If GTA chooses 5%, what is the mechanism?
Reverse.
Reverse as mechanism.
Condition.
Second, GTA chooses 5%. Is it that every time RCM will be applicable to every person? Yes or no?
No,
No,
ma'am.
Notified है कुछ.
Only notified. Now I have to identify recipient. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Now who is the recipient? What is the criteria to identify that this is the recipient?
Mm,
Component.
CAF,
CIF,
consignor, FOB.
अच्छा,
Ah,
impact.
what is complete that sentence? CIF or FOB? क्या है वो?
If CIF is there, then
pays the freight.
supplier,
supplier.
the recipient,
And
Who
if
is
FOB
paying? Who is paying? What was he paying?
Who pays the
Freight.
freight?
Train.
He was paying freight charges. The person who is paying the freight charges, he
Freight
was
charges.
the recipient. So in CIF, who is the recipient?
supplier,
Cash
In
including freight
FOB, who
supply.
is the recipient?
receiver of goods.
Receiver.
Yes.
Okay, so now we have identified the recipient. Now, after identification of recipient, again further identification needed, yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, who is
That recipient should belong to 7 category. Then
Yes.
only RCM will be applicable, yes or no?
Yes.
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 So what is my 7 category ke recipient? Now who will tell me? Yes, ma'am.
Factory. Factory registered under Factories Act. Partnership. Registered.
Or
Casual registered for
Registered or unregistered.
uh, body corporate.
Society under Society Act.
Society under Society Act.
body
cooperative society,
Cooperative society,
Cooperative society.
society.
then partnership firm, whether registered or not.
Or not registered.
Okay, so it is factory, yes.
Yes.
Society, yes. Is it cooperative society? Yes. Is it
Yes.
corporate?
Yes.
Any registered person, it is partnership firm, whether it is registered.
Registered or not.
And last, it is CTP.
Right.
Is it NRTP? No, it is not
No.
NRTP.
NRTP.
Now I have identified that 7 category ka person. After identifying 7 category ka person, first is GTA to the side person. Then I have identified freight wala person. Then I have identified yes, ये तो वही 7 category का person है. Now the goods are. Should I link something to mega exemption? Yes or no? Is there link?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. No.
If the goods are the goods that is supplied by GT, but the goods are pulses, but the goods is salt.
Like salt, milk.
Goods is your newspaper magazine material. It is defense material.
Right.
This is the goods that is provided by GT still mega exemption.
Exemption.
Even though it was getting covered in RCM, still it is mega.
Mega.
ठीक है. Then tell me again 5%. Again this is recipient. Yes, 5%. This is the recipient, and the goods are not that wale goods that we have just now discussed.
So,
The consignment value is 1500.
Not taxable exempt.
Not taxable. Why? Because consignment is 1500.
exempted.
Again, this is what 5%. Again, that 7 category ke recipient. Again, that is not that kind of goods, but single consignee value is 850.
750.
750.
Yes.
Taxable, ma'am.
750 or less
Taxable.
exempt, but it is 850 now covered
Not tax
reverse charge mechanism.
mechanism.
And then again GTA. This is GTA choosing 12%. So whatever you do, it is always covered
Forward.
forward
forward
charge
check.
mechanism. Then there was one more thing that was renting of motor vehicle. What was that?
Quotation of
Motor vehicle where the cost of fuel is included.
First, is it renting of motor
Cost
vehicle?
of-
Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Renting
Yes.
of motor vehicle for
By any person
for
to
transportation of passenger.
Passenger. Goods.
Transportation of
Of
passenger.
goods.
Fuel charges to be included or should not be included in
To be
transportation?
Included.
Included. Then I forgot about it should be given to body corporate or should be given by body corporate.
Given to body corporate,
Corporate given
By
person.
any person
By
other than
any
body
person giving to body corporate.
body corporate.
Yes,
Now, again, is there anything 5%, 12% wala system here also?
yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
Yes,
5 and 12.
yes.
So basically, if they chooses 5%, fuel charges included,
Yes, included
even to body corporate by any
by
person,
bond person.
it is covered under reverse charge mechanism.
Mechanism.
And I forgot something. The renting of immovable property by government to a registered person. Is it covered under reverse charge mechanism?
By government to
Renting of
Forward charge mechanism.
immovable property to a registered person by government. Is it covered under RCM or it is covered under
Yes, ma'am. RCM.
RCM, man.
RCM? But when renting of same immovable property to unregistered
unregistered person.
forward. I mean,
Forward.
note it down. Renting of movable property to registered person,
Registered person.
person to unregistered person.
Registered person.
Forward.
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 And in government wala part, any service given by government to a business entity actually covered in RCM, but there are certain exceptions they have given. What were the exceptions?
Registered post and
Department of Post wala
Post.
service?
Insurance.
Is it life insurance or general insurance?
Life insurance.
life insurance.
Second,
Speed post.
post,
Express parcel code.
express parcel,
Post and
Agency services.
agency service.
agency
All
service.
these four, even though value is 50 rupees, still it would be a compulsory GST. Okay, second, it is Department of Post now.
Something.
Something, complete that.
Convenience wala tha. Convenient vessel.
Vessel and aircraft.
Air,
Aircraft vessel.
So what was that? Aircraft vessel to gaya kya? Inside,
पर RCM नहीं लगता.
inside, outside क्या था?
नेपाल और भूटान से, मैम.
Oh. Services related to aircraft or vessel inside or outside the port or airport still covered under forward charge mechanism. In Department of Post, if the service is normal nature ka service, not express parcel, not speed post, not agency wala, not life insurance, normal service, is it again taxable, compulsory taxable?
No, ma'am.
no.
Normal nature ka service exempt. Now, express nature ka service given by government to government, is it again taxable?
No, ma'am.
No.
Exempted.
It is not taxable. Then aircraft ho gaya, then transportation of goods and passenger. Transportation of goods and passenger again covered under forward charge mechanism, compulsory, there would be charges on that. Then after GTA, we have also done legal wala service, legal services.
By senior.
Provided to the business entity. Legal services by the advocate, senior advocate, individual advocate.
Form of
Give
advocates.
me 5 minutes to write down the legal service wala portion, because I know 100% aadha gaya. When it is senior advocate, when it is normal advocate, when it is advocate to advocate, when advocate giving to registered person, when advocate giving to unregistered person. एक लाइन में बताओ when RCM. Only एक ही लाइन है जहाँ पे RCM हो.
भिन्न advocate.
Business entity.
When advocate giving the services to business entity, whether it is advocate, firm of advocate or senior advocate.
Senior advocate.
Firm of advocate, senior advocate giving service to the business entity, always RCM. But when advocate giving service to another advocate, but that is junior level. Normal advocate giving service to a normal advocate, exempted. Normal advocate wala firm giving service to normal advocate firm, exempted. But senior giving service to a junior advocate, in such a case, it is covered under forward charge mechanism. Understood? Then, when junior giving service to the senior advocate, no, that is again senior to junior, that is charged to tax. And when junior giving or senior giving services to person unregistered, if they are giving to unregistered person, again. What is legal service?
representation services are also
Quickly
included.
remember that representation service is also.
Service also.
Yeah, Daya. Okay. Then same is for arbitrary tribunal also.
Yes.
Again, arbitrary tribunal providing service to unregistered
To business entity.
unregistered,
Business entity.
that is mega exempted. But if it is providing to registered who has crossed their threshold limit, then it is RCM.
RCM.
Then again in RCM I have discussed the author and publisher wala point. What was that?
Author अगर writing में दे तो he can also pay taxes. मतलब RCM नहीं लगेगा.
And to whom he has to give that in writing?
Department.
Book publisher.
Commissioner of Commission.
Common noun, department. Tell me specific.
Commissioner.
Yeah. Who said? GST commissioner. You have to give to GST commissioner. Is it every year you have to give, or within a year you can change?
Once.
One. At least
1 year is
Yes,
cannot change, right?
Yes.
So we have done that service. GTA wala revised, important motor vehicle wala revised, legal services revised, and now tell me we have also done which chapter?
supply.
Yeah, what is zero rated supply? I forgot. What is zero rated supply?
Supply when you supply to SCZ units, or export may be considered as zero rated, ma'am. I
What
think,
is the meaning of zero rated?
which is a taxable supply, but there is a no.
There is a no. Wow.
Tax rate is 0. By either you can, it can be 0 through LUT, or you have to pay tax and then ITC can be claimed later.
Zero rated means when you purchase something, you pay taxes, but by paying taxes, you will get ITC. So ITC either you can utilize for payment of tax, or that ITC would be refunded. So zero rated is when at the time of purchase also I'm selling the same good, that is export basis. You are not liable to taxes at all. What is the difference between a zero rated supply and an exempt supply? Is there a difference between zero rated and exempt supply?
Yes.
Some supply are not at all taxable. They are taxable, but ITC can be claimed.
Exempt supply.
Exempt
Supply is not taxable.
and there is no
ITC
Tell me
block.
what is exempt supply? Tell me what is exempt supply?
GST is levied on.
GST is not
Levied or not levied?
Not levied.
Not levied at the time of sale or at the time of purchase?
At the time of sale.
at the time of
At the
sale.
time of sale, ma'am.
That means at the time of purchase, GST is there. But at the time of sales, no GST is there.
GST is there.
At the time of purchase, when GST is there, would I get ITC of
No,
this?
ma'am, no.
No, ma'am, no. Block ITC.
When it comes to exempt nature ka supply, you purchase that goods. On purchase, you pay the taxes, but ITC that has been accumulated on this purchase, you will not get
ITC.
But when it comes to zero rated, you purchase, you pay taxes, it gets accumulated in your electronic credit ledger.
Ledger.
And you sell the goods either by LUT or by paying the taxes. If you pay by paying the taxes, you can utilize this ITC.
What is saying?
By writing LUT, then in such a case, this ITC will be refunded back. That means in all stream, no GST. In zero rated supply. But in exempt supply, when you purchase, you have to pay GST. Get ITC, that will get blocked. And at the time of sale, no GST is levied. That is exempt nature ka supply. Every zero rated supply is interstate supply. Say yes or no?
Interstate. Yes.
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 Every zero rated
Yes.
supply is interstate supply. But
Yes.
every exempt supply is interstate supply.
No,
No.
necessary.
No.
Every zero rated supply may be considered exempt. May. Why? Because somewhere taxes is also paid. But every exempt supply is not a
Not a
Zero
zero
rated
rated supply.
supply. Very good. Then after this, what we have done schedule number 1. What is there? 4 points of paragraphs of schedule number 1.
Permanent transfer of sale of asset and
where
business asset.
First
ITC has availed.
have you said permanent transfer?
Yes.
Yes.
Permanent transfer of what?
disposal
Business
of
asset.
Business asset on
Permanent transfer
such
of
credit has
business
been.
asset. And then after this business asset, what you have to do?
Where ITC has been
On
availed
such
on such
ITC
asset.
has been availed.
Well, on
On which ITC has been
Has been
availed.
availed on
Permanent
such
transfer of business asset on which ITC has been availed.
availed
Such assets.
First,
on such asset.
such asset, that keyword such asset, done.
Just it.
Second,
sale of land and
Related party and distant.
No.
Yeah,
employer.
Sale of
whether it is supply of goods or service only, or whether it is only supply of
Supply of goods.
Supply of sales.
Supply of
goods
goods.
and service.
supply of goods and service to whom?
Related.
Distinct
person or distinct persons.
Related or
person and
distinct
related.
Deemed distinct
related
person.
person.
In that, when you supply goods or service to related or distinct person, there was an exception, even without consideration.
Employee
50,000. Employer per person per year 50,000.
give to give
Employee वाला part, employee कितना था? How much?
50,000.
50,000.
50,000.
In agree.
It is 51,000. 1,000 will be taxable, right?
No,
51.
all
No,
about.
all
All
about.
will be
taxable.
But what, ma'am? Employer giving to employee 50,000, okay. But employee giving something to employer, then
Then it is in code.
It is a separate.
service under the term of employment. Employee giving services under the term of employment to employer. Is it GST leviable?
No.
Employee
It's
will
covered under schedule
No.
3.
Why not GST?
Schedule
But
3.
covered. It is neither goods nor service.
Number 3, वही तो है.
Service.
Never employer providing service to employer.
the course of employment.
Then after this, ये हो गया second. What is related party का definition? सबसे पहले what is the section number of related party?
Section
15 to 50.
15. Correct. Now what is related party का definition?
Dependent person or children and
Financially
that always
dependent.
dependent.
Spouse and children.
If it's
Spouse and
children
children.
need to be dependent.
No, ma'am.
Dependent or not.
No.
So spouse or children may be dependent, may not be.
Or non-related.
Then next, father, mother, grandparents.
Grandparents. Financially dependent.
They should be financially.
Financially dependent.
Why financially dependent? If they have other sources of earning, that means they are not.
No, dependent.
ठीक है. Is it only related party? इतना ही था?
No, ma'am. There are like directors common between
Director officer of each other business. Learn.
Yes.
Director and officer of each other.
Each other's business.
1 or 2 person controlling.
Control when there is control.
I am controlling them, or they are controlling me. 2 person controlling me.
Controlling.
1 person controlling me.
Controlling two.
That controlling wala probability is all about related party. Then, bas
Shares.
voting power.
HUF वाला भी कैसे?
25%. Then
कितना percent था?
25.
20. Okay.
Then.
HUF वाला भी कैसे था मैम?
Partners in the
employee.
Legally recognized.
Partner. Legally recognized partner in partnership form.
Then after legal, कुछ था members of
HUF.
same family, members of same family.
Same family.
Business partner, director of each other business, officer of each other business.
Of
They
business.
control us, I control them, both of them control me, I control both of them, common control 25% का voting, sole
Subsidiary holding.
distributor. Remember?
Yes, ma'am.
Now what is distinct person and D? Na, Himadri. Straight. What is distinct person?
distinct person having
Section 25 ma'am.
2 or more states the same
Two or more states what?
From different registration.
Different registration, but as under same.
If you have already registered, all liable to get registered in one or more than one state. In
State.
more than one state. Each state ka registration is your deemed distinct person. Again, there is a concept of distinct person. What is that? one establishment is other establishment not registered, still your both the establishment is considered as a distinct person. Then third para.
Principal agent.
That is fourth.
What is third para?
Principal agent.
Principal agent.
Principal agent. Is it about supply of service also or supply of goods only?
Supply of goods.
Goods and service.
Goods.
When it is only agent
Only
to principal,
goods.
so you can only have a goods ka.
Goods, yes, ma'am.
So it is only supply.
Goods.
Principal, principal to agent. Who is the agent here?
Agent.
Everyone is agent, or is there any criteria that only this agent covered in paragraph 3?
Invoice.
Agent who is issuing the invoice.
Who can issue
The name of
own name?
Invoice.
On his own name.
His own name. Who
only.
is bill creditor agent?
Independent.
No, who is providing
He's taking the guarantee to pay the payment.
financial services also.
Yes, Madhuri, who is bill creditor?
Who is taking the risk of receipt of payment from the customers?
Recovery.
Madhuri, correct. Who is taking the risk? Risk of what? Who is taking the risk that yes, if he is not paying, I will be the. But there was a concept whether to consider this service that he will provide loan to the customer, then interest will be taken. Would it be counted separately or it would be merged with the principal ka turnover?
Separate.
Count separately.
And it will be separately.
When
When he is not allowed to issue invoice in his name, that is principal to principal wala service. So when principal to principal service, hato, separate supply. But when you are actually my agent, then in such a case, remember what was import? Very important.
import of service, ma'am.
Now, what is import of service? Supply ki definition mein what is written in import of service?
Import of supply ki
Supply definition. First, move towards supply ki definition. Section 7. What was written? Import of service.
Import of services
for consideration whether in course of business or not.
Wait. Import of service. Is it having in supply ka definition consideration? Is it having consideration?
Yes.
Yes.
So import of service for consideration. Was it compulsory course furtherance of business should be there?
So whether or
No,
not
ma'am.
the
Business.
That means supply ki definition. Import of service for
consideration.
course furtherance of business,
Business or not.
So that was given in supply. Then what is given in schedule? Wait. Then again, when this is import of service for consideration, whether or not in course furtherance of business, is it having related, unrelated to any funda?
Yes.
Right now, is it related?
No.
When you are taking for consideration,
Consideration.
related
No.
and related वाली बात नहीं है. There is nothing about related and related. Done. Again, import of service.
Service.
ठीक है, import of service. Yes. Consideration is there.
There.
Import of service consideration is there.
Question there.
The person who has imported it is not for business purpose. That is my individual who has imported it for personal purpose.
Exam.
Even though without consider, it is for consideration.
Consideration.
For furtherance of business.
Business.
Has been the exam. Import of service by RBI for foreign exchange management.
Mega
Exempt,
exam.
ma'am.
Mega exam. Import of service by RBI foreign exchange management exam. Again, import of service by charitable trust. Import of service by
Service for
charitable purpose.
Exempt, ma'am.
Exempt.
Remember, import of service, I have made a list. Import is exempt. Then again, import of service by educational institution.
Journal service.
That is general services, qualification wala, etc. General service they have taken.
Mega exam.
Remember, you have to remember, udhar ka import wala we have already discussed. That import ka list. Import of service oversee wala kuch tha, oversee organization. Import of
by RBI, ma'am. Import of services of overseas organization by
लेकिन अभी वाला ही है, that is exact. Import of service not for consideration. Import of service
Import of
not
service
for
not
consideration.
for
What is compulsory then? If no
Course for the runs of
Course of
business.
furtherance of
Furtherance of
business.
business.
import of service, no consideration, course of
Course of
compulsory, but it should be imported from any person,
related
party or own
Related
establishment.
party.
Related party.
non-related party, or
From own own establishment
Outside.
Own
Establishment.
establishment.
own establishment outside
outside India.
Remember, I am importing service, no consideration at all, but I have imported service from an unrelated party.
Not the
No, ma'am.
flexible.
Not at all a supply.
Not such. Yes,
So it is my definition of supply with schedule number 1. Then we have done that. Paragraph 2 schedule 2 I have given you a crux. If this is the crux, just remember that crux and you can identify goods and service. What was that crux?
The understanding that is what it is done for, like paper printing was there. So what is the main purpose?
What is the crux? I have given you a tangible right to use. Something was there. What was that?
If the
Yes.
if the
Title of the
title is transferred,
He's saying yes to that.
title, it is goods. If it is right to use and
And right
service.
to use service.
Title of the goods is transferred.
Transferred goods.
But if right to use is transferred,
Transferred, that is service.
supply of service.
Service.
So this was schedule number 2 ka crux. Now completely tell me schedule number 3. What are the things covered in schedule number 3? And for your surprise, it was a surprise viva. अगर तुम आज आंसर नहीं देते ना 3 days के लिए मैं तुम्हारी क्लास ऑफ कर देती हूँ. Everything, yes. So you are very lucky that you have answered everything, because before moving to test series, obviously I wanted this answer. Otherwise, it was very sure that 3 days off you have to complete module number 1 first. So congratulations to you. You have passed Big Boss ka surprise test.
thank when is the entry now?
Huh?
Three.
When is the voice?
Voice is breaking.
Oh,
I'm entry into Big Boss house.
yes.
See, I'm not a one जो बहुत ज़्यादा Big Boss देखती है, but मुझे इतना पता है Big Boss में ये सब task होता है, इतना पता है. So I don't know entry, exit, anything I don't know. चलो. Now tell me schedule number 3.
अब अभी डिस्कस किया था सबसे पहले.
नहीं, but वो एक ही point हुआ था. Overall नहीं हुआ.
That you gave as task.
अच्छा, quickly write down. 2 minutes. जल्दी से लिखो schedule number 3.
You give us task to make an audio of it.
That tedious. वो भी दिया audio. What value of supply का भी audio दिया है. बस कैमरा होना चाहिए तुम्हारे जब तुम पढ़ रहे हो वहां पे भी.
Ma'am, I can't write here.
ओहो, कितनी तकलीफ है आज तो सबके जीवन में.
मैम ये
I
शेड्यूल
didn't
3 लिखने
got a
के लिए बोले.
notebook outside. I completely forgot.
कुछ नहीं, तुम एक काम करो, मैसेज में टाइप करो पहले.
अरे मैम.
अरे चलो अभिषेक बोलो.
एम्प्लॉयर का रिलेशनशिप वाला मैम, फिर एक्शनेबल क्लेम हो गया, फिर इसके बाद लॉटरी.
अभिषेक लिखना है.
अच्छा लिखना है.
हाँ जी, यस मैडम. Quickly, huh? क्यों 2-3 पॉइंट होंगे ना जरा इसलिए डर
Wait, I'm counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 11 I've written. 11 थे भी. 11 थे.
मुझे देखना इधर है लेकिन मेरे को ध्यान उधर देना है.
11 थे भी. I've written 11.
11-3
I've written 11. Like 11 lines.
Right.
I read out. Like मुझे लग रहा है extra जोड़ दिया.
Let's see your creation. Send me the PDF.
Once.
Let me check what you are creator of law.
Phone अलमीरा में रखा हुआ है. मैं read कर दे रही.
अच्छा, you also do this thing कि when you are studying law in same I used to do.
It's not here.
I used to do this thing when I used to study. I lock it in Almira. That only password to open that is when you complete your task. Because that was at that time I was addicted to this YouTube motivational video, etc., etc. I used to lock, and only thing that you could do is if you want to unlock that, you have to complete your targets. And
Ma'am, same happening with me. I watch revision lectures. I need phone, and then I start watching motivational videos.
when it comes to DT, IIT, now you are not in DT, but when it comes to IIT, strictly prohibited revision lecture. Even my revision lectures are strictly
हम
prohibited.
IIT में needed नहीं, हम book ही पढ़ते मजा आती है उसमें दूसरे subjects के लिए.
So DT का ask Jena. Jena will tell you. उससे बहुत सारी चीजें ले लेना.
पूरे अगस्त उसको DT कराना है.
Right. So even in DT, you would not need any revision lecture.
Okay. I'm only concerned about DT mostly and FR. DT में से लग रहा है 40 भी आ जाए तो नारियल फोड़ देंगे बस.
DT में for scoring at least 40 do strong international taxation. 30 तो वहीं पे रहता है. Okay, and there are rest of the chapters. Then I tell her everything, so at least phobia of DT जाएगा इसका.
I'll start when she complete SCMP. Then I'll take it quick.
नहीं आता
Yeah.
है.
Pallavi given employer actionable claim except lottery betting gambling. Have you written actionable claim except lottery
Yes,
betting gambling?
Yes.
Have you written funeral service?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
But 3, Pallavi, only 3.
Ma'am, I remember something with construction wala, but I can't get the word, so I'm not writing.
Sale of land, sale of
Sale
building,
of land, sale of building.
except that वापस आने में जब वो convert हो जाता है. And is it your director वाला part? Your
Yes, ma'am. Director in central government, state government, local authority.
position in state government. ठीक है. Then is it you have done lot
एम्बुलेंस वाला सर्विस मैम.
ambulance?
Ambulance वाला.
Federal services.
कौन सा सर्विस?
Ma'am, ambulance.
Exempt में है वो exempt.
एम्बुलेंस कहाँ से आया अभिषेक?
That is
funeral and mortuary services.
This is negative list going on. अभी तो हमने मेगा एग्जाम्पशन ही नहीं किया. उसमें है हेल्थ केयर सर्विस में एम्बुलेंस सर्विस वेदर प्राइवेट वेदर पब्लिक एग्जेम्प्ट. ठीक है.
ओके.
चलो. So it is employer वाला.
Employee
ठीक है.
actionable claims.
Anything in course of employment.
So when
Neither supply of goods nor supply of service.
service.
When you are holding any constitutional वाला position, then वो arbitral tribunal वाला
Court
service.
and tribunal and consumer dispute.
Government
redressal
providing
committee.
any service to the as a public authority.
Yes,
When
ma'am.
it comes to sale of land, sale of building,
No building.
Yes, ma'am.
every actionable claim except lottery betting.
A lot of betting gambling.
The value of supply of that lottery betting gambling.
Ma'am?
Value of supply of lottery betting gambling. Lottery and betting ka you would find their value of supply valuation में. What was the value of supply?
Whatever he plays the betting, the full value is value of the supply.
And what about lottery?
Lottery
that-
is
With but
112% है मैम इसमें.
128.
8.
128, yes, ma'am.
Remember, whatever is the value divided by 128 into 100, you have to separate. That is value of supply. But when it comes to betting, whatever is the face value, that betting wala is value of supply. So remember, just to charge GST on lottery betting gambling, they have included everything in goods. Then they excluded in neither supply of goods nor
Not supply.
Schedule.
even in that they have excluded lottery betting gambling because यही purpose था to charge GST. Therefore, actionable claim was included. Then tell me, after this we have demo
IGST wale.
that out supply के 3
Not supply.
IC cells.
Goods not entered India. and
Cells.
sold.
Before clearance for home
Was it
consumption.
supplied by, let me. Registered person supplying goods outside India. Registered person supplying goods from one place in non-taxable territory to other place in non-taxable territory. Goods never entered in India. Taxable person supplied goods when it was high C
Or
sale.
sale.
Sale again not entered into India. Again taxable person supplied goods when it was in warehouse but
Warehouse.
have not
For
cleared for
home
home
consumption.
supplied in here warehouse but has not been cleared for home consumption. That means tax is not paid in India. That was still imported goods. जब तक imported goods पे you pay the taxes that are imported. Once you pay the duty, then it will be normal goods. So that was out and out supply.
Or supply.
Now let me about consideration का definition. कितने question? आज की पूरी class ही वाइवा है. There is nothing new, only viva. Consideration. And let me tell you one thing. Now I came to know you know every concept. So your test will also be surprise test. Okay? Yes, you have to be ready. It would be a surprise test of your entire module 1 except mega exemption. But whatever things we have
After
discussed.
22. We have that DT. After 22, DT के बाद.
Obviously, I know. It could be even in night also, today also. अब याद तो है सब कुछ तुमको करोगे क्या याद करके? It could be any time. So be prepared. Module number 1. Then your authority of advance ruling, appeal and revision, demand and recovery, job work, e-way bill, payment of tax, everything will be. It would now start with your
After 23.
surprise. It would be after 25.
Okay.
Oh.
Shoot. ठीक है चलो. Now tell me about what I was asking. Yes.
Consideration.
Consideration की definition. What is given in consideration का definition?
It could be in kind or cash.
Cash. In
It could be in cash. Paid by.
Paid by person or third
Or
person.
on behalf of
What is
another.
specifically excluded from definition of consideration?
Sorry, ma'am, can you repeat?
What is specifically excluded from the definition of consideration?
Deposit.
Yeah. Tell me, complete it.
Deposit.
Uday. Deposit, what was that? Deposit after that?
Yes, ma'am. The security deposit.
Security deposit, correct.
Yes, refundable deposit.
Refundable
Considers as a consideration that is your excluded from consideration. One more thing excluded in consideration. We have already discussed B, value of supply may be.
Subsidy from
Yes, subsidy from central government,
Central government.
from your value of supply.
supply.
Yes.
Now tell me, what are the questions for which you can go to authority of advance ruling?
Questions.
Module number 3 पे पहुंच गए.
Questions of law.
Classification of goods.
Tell me,
Rate of tax.
Is a good or service?
whether it is goods or service का supply.
Service.
Registration required or not?
Registration is required or not?
I don't know.
Determination
tax.
of rate.
Yeah.
Time of supply to determine the
Time of supply, okay.
value of supply.
Value of supply.
Rate of
Place of
tax.
supply.
Place is
Place
not.
of supply, no.
Place of
Place of supply, no.
No.
Not place of supply.
No place of supply. What is the reason no place of supply?
Because it can be decided by central.
Central level.
The station.
The authority of advance ruling is formed. So when it is formed state-wise, you cannot go for central level.
Central goes.
Then after this, what are the questions? Just
Any notification.
Chapter wise.
whether it is supply or not. Then tax के लिए what you need?
Rate
Rate of tax.
Rate of tax.
value of tax, time of.
ITC available or not available.
Yes.
Okay. Then see, first of all,
Registration.
you have opened a business. Whether I should get registered or not.
Registered or not.
Second, whether it is supply of goods or supply of service.
No service.
Now, after supply of goods, what is the value of my supply? What is the time of supply? What is the
What
rate
is
of tax?
of tax?
Validity of tax. After paying tax, would I get ITC? What is the ITC available? After ITC, then you will see any notification applicable to me. That is what the question is. Is it the question that is undertaken or proposed to be undertaken both?
Ma'am.
Both
Whether it is undertaken or proposed to be undertaken.
we undertake.
Both.
Yes.
Undertaken, proposed to be undertaken.
Undertaken.
Authority of advance ruling, say if you are aggrieved, where you will go?
Appellate
Appellate
And what is
authority.
the time limit for the completion of that proceeding?
6 months.
6 months from the date of
Month, is it 90 days or it is 3 months?
3 months.
no, it is
90 days, ma'am.
90 days.
90 days.
Or D, all of the above.
90 days, ma'am.
Ma'am,
90 days.
repeat the
90 days.
Is it 90 days?
90 days.
Okay, so it is 90 days. Whether it is for only authority of advance ruling or appellate authority of advance ruling also. Same time?
No,
Yes.
same time.
next.
Yes, it is same time for both. When appellate authority of advance ruling or authority of advance ruling will say कि advance ruling is not possible for such case.
Then no advance ruling.
When
When
When it is already pending somewhere.
they are saying not at all possible, हम दे ही नहीं सकते, we cannot give authority of advance ruling. What is the case?
If they do, two people not come to the one conclusion, so there is no.
Difference of opinion. Difference of opinion at authority of advance ruling also. Difference of opinion at appellate authority of advance ruling also. जब difference of opinion चल रहा है, तो in such a case, no advance ruling possible. Remember, when they can reject your case.
Reject.
when value up to 50,000.
Over here. When authority of advance ruling can cancel your cases.
हाँ वो DT वाला जो मैं
Very good. Not legal.
It's
Sir,
already pending somewhere else. I remember only one point.
facts and circumstances are a misinterpretation of facts and circumstances, ma'am.
When they can cancel.
Question is also concluded.
and if the question is of place of supply.
Yes. बोलो मैं.
The question is already concluded.
No. अभी बोला भी था तुमने, पल्लवी ने बोला था वो चीज, हिमाद्री ने भी बोला था.
When it is somewhere pending.
Pending, already pending to many appeals, so they will reject your case. कितना तो simple था. Is it possible? Rectification is possible.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
What is the time limit for rectification?
In 60 days.
60.
30 days.
It is years or it is month.
3 months, ma'am.
Months.
Is it 6
1
months?
year.
1 year.
1 year B. Is it 2 years C or D, none of the above? Yeah, for D, I don't know.
100%. No 2 years.
Ask. Revise authority of advance ruling. Lipo, Madri, your task. Revise authority of advance ruling. And send me again. Audio. Yes, that you have learned it. Now, what is the hierarchy of appeal and revision? Can anyone tell me first this, second this, third this, fourth this, fifth this? Tell me. First,
Adjudicating authority.
Adjudicating authority.
the first is my adjudicating authority done. After being agreed by adjudicating authority,
Appellate authority.
State authority.
appellate authority. After being agreed by appellate authority,
IT.
State tribunal.
then
High Court.
High Court.
High Court.
Then
Then
Supreme Court.
Supreme Court. After being agreed by appellate tribunal, is it it is always possible to go to High Court or there is a condition?
We can directly go.
question of
When there is
Law.
doubt in law.
Yes, if there is question
There
of
is question
then
of law.
So ultimately, what is my last fact-finding authority?
Appellate tribunal.
Appellate tribunal is my last fact-finding.
Last fact.
If question of law, then you can move to High Court.
High Court.
And tell me the pre-deposit you have to give at appellate tribunal level.
Appellate tribunal.
25% of the text will be.
25%.
20%.
Security provisional assessment की security 25%.
10% of undisputed amount.
Then I write it down. 25% is for security of provisional.
Yeah, 25 crore.
वो याद है.
तो bond के लिए.
To accept it, plus 20% of
मैम जो undisputed amount है वो पूरा pay
10%
करना है और
of
disputed amount
100% of
का
undisputed.
100.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh,
Yes.
Yes, sir.
10% of
100% undisputed.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
If it is in dispute, how much?
10%.
10% of the
Are appellate tribunal, I am asking, I know that.
20%. 20%.
20%. But when it is appellate authority, then it was 10%.
10%.
What is the maximum limit?
25 crore here,
5
50
crore is
crore.
50 crore.
Yeah.
Now tell me one thing. What was the time limit to go to appellate authority?
Appellate authority, 1 year. So, no,
3 months. 3 months.
3
ma'am.
months.
3 months.
3 months.
Department?
6 months.
6
No,
months.
3 months. 3 months.
Department has 6 months. We have
6 months.
so Nikki.
Appellate tribunal.
Appeal and revision. Write it down. Then second, if I move here, for appellate tribunal, what is the time limit? Appellate authority say I am agree. I want to move to appellate tribunal. Again, time limit.
3
3 months.
6
3
months.
months.
Same. It is same. Whether it is
Three
appellate
months,
authority, whether it is appellate tribunal, 3 months, 3 months, 6
3
months. Revisional authority. When revisional authority का revision not at all possible.
Ma'am, can you repeat question?
When it is not possible, revisional authority का revision. No revision is possible. Now I can feel module number 3. Dikkat in that you have not revised, you have not learned properly. What should I do? Take the opportunity of 2 days off? No, ऐसा नहीं करूँगा. What should I do?
I'll revise one by each. That's one.
Now what is the task? That was schedule number 3. That was your tedious wala part. Then your authority of advance ruling. ठीक है?
27 to 30.
ठीक है? Now listen, I have given a revision video already on YouTube. There is a revision video for your authority of advance ruling. As well, don't watch for authority of advance ruling. वो already बहुत छोटा है, बहुत easy है. Watch for appeals and revision. I will share the link. And again tomorrow, appeal and revision के साथ you have to be prepared. ठीक है? So what is left? Demand and recovery. What is 73?
Other than fraud. Case other than fraud.
74.
Fraud.
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 What is the penalty if I deposit before show cause notice? That is 73. Before show cause.
No penalty.
No penalty.
No penalty.
Interest also not there, na?
Interest is
Interest,
No,
there.
ma'am.
Interest.
Interest is there.
When it is 74 ka case and I deposit before issue of show cause notice, what is the penalty?
15%.
15%.
Again,
Or
70.
10,000. Whichever is high.
No. अभी तो
10,000 नहीं.
15% है. No, Ashwini. You have to revise 73, 74 की write it down. Chalo. Again coming to 73. I have issued show cause notice. Within 30 days I deposited 73.
No penalty.
Penalty.
Interest mandatory.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Again 74. Show cause notice issued within 30 days. I have done that. Then
25%.
25%.
10% of
now
tax.
When
adjudication order passed 73. 73. Adjudication order
education
passed.
order pass.
Within 30 days I have deposited. Is it
Penalty.
10% of tax.
Yes.
what is the penalty now?
10% of
10% or 10,000. Whichever is highest.
whichever is lower or higher.
Higher.
10% of tax or 10,000, whichever is
Is
higher.
higher.
Penalty to higher they will take. Done. If show cause notice issued after 30 days, I am depositing 73 again.
50%. 70.
73.
Same.
Within 30 days, whether with the
After same.
now 74. Within 30 days from adjudication order.
50%.
50%.
Kitna?
50%.
After 30 days.
100%. 100%.
100%. Self-assessed. I have already self-assessed the text. Do they issue show cause notice? Yes or no?
No, not necessary.
No.
Directly they will start.
Short. Yes.
Recovery.
Start.
Recovery.
I have collected the tax. I have collected the tax, but I failed to pay to government. Is there any time limit for show cause notice now?
No. No time.
No, ma'am.
Any
No
time limit?
Yes.
They have to complete proceeding within
Within
1 year.
1 year from the
They show cause notice.
notice.
Yes.
Now, what was the monetary limit that this superintendent ka itna limit? Superintendent ka
Zero.
so
5 lakhs kuch है.
superintendent ka limit?
25 lakhs.
0 to
up to 10 lakhs.
1 crore.
Limit of this. You have to learn again. Superintendent ka limit is how much?
Up to 10 lakhs.
10 lakh. About 10 lakh up to
1 crore.
1
1
crore.
crore.
who is that person? About 10 lakh up to 1 crore. Shivek, you have to
Deputy Commissioner.
Assistant Commissioner.
Commissioner.
Assistant and deputy.
this is हाँ.
Deputy Commissioner. Deputy Commissioner.
Is this ADC? Assistant Commissioner.
yes.
Oh,
Additional Commissioner.
ACDC about 10 lakh up to 1 crore.
1 crore.
What is it? IGST
Into 2. 20
Into
lakh.
multiplied by 2. Then what was that? Above 1 crore
1 crore.
up to I forgot.
No limit.
Addition.
Like above 1 crore.
Above 1 crore, who is the person who will notice?
Joint Commissioner.
Joint commissioner and additional commissioner.
Additional Commissioner.
Sorry, additional.
5 I forgot. What was there in
General rules.
general provision? In general provision, is it mentioned compulsory opportunity of being heard?
Yes.
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 Is there any point related to stay you have to exclude?
3 lakhs.
Yes. Step.
When a
Okay.
decision is taken on the basis of tribunal or appellate authority, etc. In such a case, what is the time limit to complete that order?
2 years.
2 years. Remember what direction of appellate tribunal?
Yes.
And what is the adjudication cut? What is the show cause notice ka time limit in 73?
2.9.
2 years,
2 years,
9 months. Filing annual return of the
For annual return, due date of annual return.
Fraud वाला case show cause notice.
What?
Fraud के case में show cause notice का
4
time
years.
4 years,
4 years,
6
6
months.
4 years, 6
3 years,
months.
6 months में.
4 years 6 months.
6 months.
Case of fraud. ठीक है? Himadri. Then again 73 adjudication order का time limit.
3.
3 years.
3
And
years.
here for 70.
5 years.
5 years.
5 years.
Then talking about again वो provisional attachment was there. In provisional attachment, you have to pay whichever is something. What was that? Whichever is.
Whichever is lower, ma'am.
What is lower of what?
The tax
Ma'am,
amount
the-
or goods का value.
हाँ जो
Market
required
value or whatever was your default
default.
demand. So demand or market value, whichever is less, you have to. Installment, maximum installment,
24 ma'am.
25.
4.
24.
24.
minimum limit
25,000 ma'am.
25,000.
25,000.
10,000. To whom you have to apply for installment?
Huh?
To whom you have to apply for installment?
Commissioner of income tax.
Commissioner, income tax commissioner.
नहीं, no ma'am, no.
Commissioner principles.
Commissioner of GST.
GST.
Then again tell me about wrongly deposited IGST instead of CGST. Instead of CGST, IGST deposit.
Allowed.
Refund हो जाएगा.
No
Refund
interest.
हो जाएगा.
No interest refunded.
No interest refund.
No interest. हाँ, refund.
अच्छा लगा जान के याद है. चलो tell me about one thing. Even if interest is not mentioned in adjudication order,
Still you have to pay.
Interest is
It's
compulsory to
always
pay.
compulsory.
very good. Then which chapter we have done? Authority ho gaya. We have done appeals and revision. Appeals and then appellate tribunal can cancel your order. He will not solve the case. What does that?
Already pending.
What is the question?
Repeat question.
What was the limit?
What was
Question.
the question?
Appellate tribunal can refuse your application in which case?
Place of sub. Oh no.
हम इसका less than 50,000 का कुछ.
50,000.
50,000 of
This.
Tax.
tax, ITC, difference of tax, penalty. Okay. Single member bench can solve the case. Single
Yes.
member bench.
When the value is less than 5 lakhs, value less than 5 lakhs.
Yeah. 5 lakh.
Again,
No?
5 lakh. What was 5 lakh?
Think dispute. No.
Transaction value 5 lakh.
Yeah.
The question, whatever is the question, is about 5 lakh, and it is question of law.
Yes.
Yes, it is.
No.
It should not be question of law and
Of law.
up to 5 lakh. Then single member bench can also solve the case.
Case.
No appeal at all. There are certain cases appeal is not possible. What are the cases?
We have already answered and we were not able to answer and we
That was revision. When no revision is possible. There are two questions. When no appeal is possible.
Transfer of officer.
Time limit is 6 months.
Transfer and installment.
Answering.
No.
Wait. Shivek.
Installments वाला section 80 का dispute मिल सकता है.
And change in officer.
And 4 थे देखो.
Change in officer.
Change in officer.
Installment में नहीं है.
Second. वो installment. अरे installment के लिए तुम थोड़ा ना appeal करने. Then prosecution already initiated. Remember prosecution already. Interest वाले party.
Interest वाले partner.
So again, appeal and revision I have already given. Revision का answer was there. It is only 6 months that we have given the order. 6 months not elapsed. Because department को go within 6 months na. So 6 months has not elapsed. Or 3 years has already elapsed. So no revision is possible. Second, it is already a revised order. First is revision order. So in such a case, no revision is possible. Or if it is pending, already pending to High Court, already pending Supreme Court, so how can they revise when higher authority is already handling the case? So appeal and revision is your task. Authority of advance ruling is your task. And individually, Nikki ko I have given 73, 74 also. Then Ashwini ko again I have given. So what
73, 74.
you have to complete. Okay? So are you finding it little bit कि सब याद है? It is not just going on. चल नहीं रहा है. At least याद है. So if you can at least recall entire GST like this, so already you have improved. Already improvement is there. So celebrate that improvement just for 1 minute today. ठीक है? अभी बहुत hard work करना है. ठीक है? Don't get this lenient. So this is the way to study whether DT, whether IDT, whether any of your group. ठीक है? Okay? Himadri, all is well? हिमाद्री इंटरनेट ही जाता ना जिससे बात करती उसका इंटरनेट चला गया चलो so we will be connecting again for DT now
750.
yeah 750